Sometimes you have a game that can hold up the progress of a project. So I have this game here between the Ottawa Senators and the Hamilton Tigers. This is a battle for first overall. We're not at the end of the season yet, but we're close enough to it. And these teams are a clear 5 points ahead of every other team right now. And one of these teams will remain that way because actually, as I said that, I think the awkward pause was I have to double check Montreal's points. Yeah, they might be actually. Anyway, these teams are at least 3 clear points ahead of every other team right now, which is 5 games to go in the regular season. And while I have this here, so this is the record. They each have 30 points. Ottawa, they're 14-9-2. Hamilton, 15-10. So far in 5 games this season, because this is a 6-team league and a 30-game season, so each of these teams played the other team a total of 6 times, 3 home and 3 away during the regular season, the 30-game regular season. So far, Ottawa is 3-2 against Hamilton. And goals scored, these games have been pretty close. Ottawa, they win a little more closely when they win. Hamilton normally is by a wider margin. I would favor Hamilton for this one. They're coming into this game with 1 key injury, which spots Ottawa 1 match card. But the advantage in match cards to Hamilton is still 17-10. So Hamilton still has a pretty significant advantage going into this one, which teams actually had on the road. Teams actually had at home against teams on the road. That was one thing about this season in real life, and certainly even more so, if anything, it feels like in my replay. It's really hard to win on the road, but it was historically as well, at least going by the goals for and goals against numbers. And so this is obviously, this isn't their... I don't know if this might actually be the first time that I filmed that I put a Tigers-Senators game on camera, and this is the last chance that I have to do that for the regular season, because this is the last time that these teams will meet in the regular season. They might meet one another in the playoffs, remains to be seen. But again, with only a few games to go, just 5 games to go here, this game here could... What am I trying to say here? This game could really sort of tip the scales in favor of one team or another for finishing first overall. Of course, it will still depend how they do down the stretch in the final 4 games. But other than that, I guess might as well get right to it. So we're already at ice level, I guess, and what I do, the dice that I'm going to use most often are these 2. If there's something specific to Hamilton or Ottawa, like say if there's an injury, I might use this one for the Senators and this one for the Tigers here, just sort of color appropriate team dice. This here for when I need a number of seconds, an exact number of seconds for penalties, goals, things like that. Sometimes I forget to do it when a game is in progress. It's okay. I can go back after the fact and sort of backfill those, the exact times at which certain things happened. But anyway, so let's drop the puck here for this one. So we're going to get a half chance here right off the bat. So the half chance, I have to turn this card over first here to see. It's going to go to the visiting Ottawa Senators actually here at the start. So Ottawa getting the jump here early. Let me turn these around. And for the half chance, I actually have to roll again there. Normally I wait until after I roll, but 1-9, the slap shot flies over the net. 10-14, the slap shot is good. It's a good save, but then the attacker taps in the goal. And that is a 9, actually, so just barely. That's just going to barely. Jake Forbes might have gotten a little lucky there. That one evidently just went above the crossbar. And we play on here. So we're 100 seconds into it, already a half chance for Ottawa. And unfortunately, to speak of the away team now, 22 is an injury to the away team. I'll give a quick look here. These are what are called the Blue Zone Hockey Dice Triggers. And even though what I'm playing is Gray Zone Hockey, it's a modification of the game Blue Zone Hockey. I still use several things from Blue Zone Hockey, including the Dice Triggers. So there you have it. 22 is an injury potentially to the away team. So as mentioned, I'm going to use this for the Senators. Try to give it a good shake. And 1, so that actually means a minor injury. That means that it has no match card impact on the game itself. So we play on. There's 1 significant event per sequence here in this game here, the simplified abstracted game of hockey, representation of hockey. And with the 65, we are going to get a chance. And that chance, okay, so I was supposed to turn over a card there. So this will be the 3rd card here in the frame. So we're going to get our first chance of the game, full chance for the Hamilton Tigers here. This is a good scoring chance. So this time I'll shake and roll first here at the 5-minute mark. Rolling a 6, that's a bit iffy. Defender Simbin for tripping and penalty shot awarded. Okay, so one other little modification that I do, there were no penalty shots in 1924. I don't sweat it. If a card comes up and if a penalty shot is the result, I simply flip one more card. So this one here says 1 to 5 deflection save from a one-timer. Apparently, Alex Connell got a piece of it. However, goal line scramble, and it looks like it is going to trickle over the goal line there. So we are going to get a 1-0. We are going to get Hamilton going up 1-0 here about 5 minutes in and scoring that goal. Look at the time here first. Okay, so exactly at 4:21 and scoring the goal for the Tigers. Player 41 is Red Green. So Red Green with the goal. I think he scored. I'm trying to think actually. I can't remember Hamilton won this one 2-0. I think it was a 2-0 shutout. And I want to say that Red Green scored one of the goals. 49 means that goal will be unassisted. So it is Red Green unassisted here at 4:21, putting the Tigers on the board here relatively early in period one. So anyway, so 13 here, that means nothing for the next 100 seconds other than a card flipped. And we're going to get a 52, so we're going to get a half chance here up to the 8:20 mark. Again, it's going to be the Tigers with the chance. And this time that's a 10. That's pretty good even for a half chance. So tennis is backhander from the slot, goalie parries, but there is going to be a rebound on the play. So rolling here with a 5. 5 is a rebound too, but I will... Again, I guess I showed the dice triggers, so every once in a while I think it's nice just to show off little bits and pieces of games. Hopefully that's okay. So snapshot, pad, save, and rebound too. So I'm going to roll here for a follow-up. So second rebound here, it's Connell being put to the test. And 7 on the follow-up does say garbage goal, actually. So let's see who collected that garbage. It's going to be 2-0 here, Tigers, and that is a 21, a roll of a 21. So I hope that dice isn't weighted there for ones, but... It's 2-0 here, Hamilton. I'm going to say it's 7:01. And scoring the goal, there's a 91. Scoring the goal for the Tigers is Charlie Langlaw. Does he have any goals this season? I'd have to double check. If he has any, it's like about 1. So Langlaw there at 7:01. And with the 11, that will mean an assist. So that's a lot of ones in a row there for that D10. But... that means that I need to shake a little better, and that also means that Alex McKinnon here has the assist from Charlie Langlaw, putting the Tigers up 2-0 here at home, where, as announced, they have an advantage. So let's do a little mid-period check here. We are 5 match cards and 5 time sequences in, because, again, normally I'm just sitting at my computer and clicking and rolling and moving, and it's just, I do it differently when I do this offline and on camera. So it's going to be a 65, a full chance here up to the 10-minute mark, so at least we're getting a chance-heavy game here. Chances attained. I use this for the 10s. I use this for the 1s. Chances attained when you get a roll here of a 5 or a 6 in this here green die. So Hamilton Tigers again here with a chance to go up 3-0. And the follow-up roll there, the 9 on a chance. 9 on a chance, normally pretty good. It says wrist shot gives goalie no chance. So apparently on this chance, Alex Connell had no chance there for the Ottawa Senators. And it looks like, because I've chosen to put this one on camera, we have a non-competitive 3-0 affair here early. Let's hope Ottawa comes back and proves me wrong. But anyway, 94 that time, so that's going to be at 9:54. And with a follow-up 94, sure, Langlaw with 2 goals. That makes perfect sense. And there will be an assist on it, actually, with the 00. I know it says 1 there, and then there's the 100, so... what I do, actually, I'm going to have to roll one of these D10s one more time. Maybe I should have had the third one. So a 100 and a 4. Oh, no. Oh, no. I might award Ken Randall an assist generously anyway, because Hamilton doesn't get many of them. So we might say here Langlaw from Randall here, 9:54. I don't do that often. I do that the odd time because there are so few assists in this game that I sort of permit myself that. And there could be another injury here to the Ottawa Senators. So adding injury to insult. Oh my goodness, actually, yeah, 5. That's going to be an injury to a key player. So what I do there, and again, I deviate from Blue Zone for this as well. Key player means Hamilton has a chance now to disrupt the game even further. So they're going to get 1 card added to the match pack. Again, they began with 17-10. Now it's 18-10 minus those cards that have already been flipped out. Right. So minus this one here, I'm just going to bury that one. So whatever's been flipped out there so far. And so what I'm going to do is just shuffle these as well. Which to me, I mean, it could quite literally sort of shuffle the game. You know, could shuffle things around, have an impact on the game. Really really sort of, sometimes injuries can really sort of change the flow, pace, and emotion of a game. So that could indeed happen here. It is the Senators with a key injury. Normally, I would roll out the severity of that as well. I'm going to keep that 43 for timing, but with this, I'm going to say with a severity of 7, if I can remember. That's the easiest number to remember. Anyway, with that roll of a 43, we advance to 13:20. And there's nothing happening here in this 100 seconds. With the 21, again, we're not going to have anything happening here in this 100 seconds either. And that's a 55. We get a half chance here up to the 16:40 mark. Again, it's been all Hamilton since that quiet moment there with that injury. So let's roll again for the Tigers. 11. That's even pretty good on a half chance. Look at that. Puck slides under goalie's body, and that is a goal here. The Tigers here at Barton Street Arena in Hamilton. Oh, what was the exact date? I want to say it was February 25th. If it isn't the 25th, I'm off by about one day. I don't feel like going across the room to where I have the laptop sitting right now. But it's 4-0 here, Hamilton. And so if you're a Tigers fan, okay, it's 16, so 15-16 there, the time of the fourth goal. That goal was scored by 69. 69 is Alex McKinnon. And with the 93, it's an unassisted goal. So couple of minutes or 200 seconds, couple of 100 seconds here to go in the period. And finally, we get a card for the visitor, but it's null play there, nothing happening. And the same thing actually with the final sequence of time here in the period, 3, 6, 9, and then a dozen cards. And with very few exceptions, I would normally always stop a period after a dozen cards, unless maybe it's I one or two times, I could count on one hand the number of times I've done this. Maybe it's, say, the end of the third period, and it's like a power play, potential scoring chance, and then I will actually go one more flip at the end of it. Sort of like I think probably more people than not would do with a game like shootout hockey. We'll do something like that with Blue Zone hockey. But anyway, might as well keep this. So we're 12 minutes into it. That is too long for this game. Again, when I click and roll, it's a little differently, but it's a little different in terms of how much time used to play this game. But usually I can get through a period in a few minutes. But I guess I'm stopping. I'm announcing everything. I'm doing additional rolls. There were 4 goals. No penalties. No penalties. I need a green 3 for those. Anyway, starting the second period here. Senators are probably eager just to get out of the first one, so we're going to get nothing happening here in the first 100 seconds of period 2. With that 33, we will get the game's first penalty. I'm going to flip the card anyway, like I would normally do, just because, and I've said this before, if you go to shuffle a pile that half them are like this and half them are like that, or the other half are like that, then it's a little more inconvenient. You have to sort of sort them before you can shuffle them. Anyway, 33 does mean a penalty here. And the exact time of that penalty is 62, so at 2:42, and it's going to go to a member of the Hamilton Tigers, that member being 54 here for a penalty, Alex McKinnon. So McKinnon's getting on the scoreboard. He's getting into the penalty box. And let's see if Ottawa can do anything with the power play, where they have a half chance here in the power play. So it's a half chance to +1 if, actually, it's going to be a shorthanded chance for Hamilton. Scratch that. So Hamilton here rolling in a half shorthanded chance, so it's going to be 9 - 1. So we look here, 7 to 10, though the 8, that will still qualify for a rebound. So rolling on the rebounder, the Tigers here with the 2 and the 6 here. The rebound 1, 2, 6 is his backhand shot off target. So they get a shorthanded chance. The penalty's been killed. We're going to get a half chance here at 6:40. Once again, it's going to be Hamilton Tigers. Very one-sided here so far with that half chance and that roll of a 52, or a 5-2 rather, for 7 pucks stolen by a defender. So we get nothing there. And with the 63, this is going to be a chance. It's going to be a chance for Ottawa, actually, to finally get on the board here and do something. So the Ottawa Senators here with the follow-up roll. The follow-up roll is an 8, which means wrist or whistle through Jake Forbes' pads there. And it's a 4-1 game for the Ottawa Senators. So just under halfway through. Maybe all hope is not lost yet if you're a Senators fan. Whoops. I will keep that 63, actually, because, who likes chances? Everyone does. Who doesn't? But time of the goal, 7:23. Hold on. Yep, 7:23. And scoring that goal for Ottawa, 29. That is Cy Deneni. I'm trying to think if he's scored on camera before. Probably if Ottawa has played ever, he has. So Deneni, unsurprisingly, with the goal there, he gets a third of all Ottawa's goals. Statistically, 99 will mean that's an unassisted goal there. Deneni unassisted. And what did I say? At 7:23. And I did also say I would keep that 63. Going to game this a bit here. So it's going to be actually back-to-back full chances here for the Ottawa Senators. Trying for a mid-game rally here. That 2 and the 4, will it be enough? No, it will not. That one's going to be smothered down by Jake Forbes. So we roll on here up to the 10-minute mark, halfway through the game with the 34. That's going to be the Senators' first penalty. A little evident frustration mounting. Really trying to make something happen here are the Senators. And again, I just flipped this for, it should be 6. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, did I already flip that? Okay, so we're going to just stay here at 11:40 and act like we still know exactly what's going on here at all times. So it's going to be a penalty here to the Ottawa Senators here up to the 11:40 mark. The exact time of it is 54:54. So here at 10:54 and 31. That is Buck Boucher with about 46 or so penalty minutes this season. Buck Boucher's best competition really is fellow Boucher, Billy Boucher for Montreal, for title of most penalty minutes awarded so far in this season for a player. Anyway, so Tigers to the power play here, up by 3 already, and there's going to be another penalty to the Senators. So I guess that will stave off the Hamilton power play opportunity, but it does mean, again, Ottawa back to the box. So let's roll out another Ottawa penalty. 67 this time, I'm going to say, so at 12:47. This one took place at, with the 72, that is not Buck Boucher again, but Hooley Smith, who also, if he isn't at 40 penalty minutes already, is getting there. I'm pretty sure he's at 40, actually, maybe about 42 or so. Even so, up to the, okay, we're going to get a full chance here up to the 15-minute mark. That's going to be a straight power play chance for the Hamilton Tigers. And with that 6 and the 2, so whoops, the 6 and the 2, and that it was a full chance anyway for the Tigers in the power play. So you even add +1 to that. It says slipped under goalie's body and a goal here. So maybe this is where King Clancy plays his 2 minutes that he played during that season in net. I'm kidding, but it is a 5-1 game here for Hamilton. So the Tigers here, no joke here at Barton Street Arena. The goal scored at 13:47. And sorry, got ahead of myself there. 0-3, that's Billy Birch with, I believe, his 23rd of the season. And Billy Birch's goal has been assisted by 0-2. So here's another time. I mentioned earlier, actually, sometimes I will award assists. What I'm going to do, because that comes up Birch goal and assist, but since there are so few assists in this, I'm going to go to the next one down there, Red Green. So I'm going to say Billy Birch from Red Green here at 13:47. So with yet another chance here at 16:40, and it's going to be yet another Hamilton Tigers chance. Really trying to send a message to Ottawa here at home is Hamilton, and look at that. They have actually delivered here with a slap shot into the bottom corner. This is a blowout. So 6-1 now for Hamilton. Looked like the Senators were going to sneak back into a mid-frame there. They had a couple of back-to-back good chances, converted on just the one of them. Then they took a couple of penalties. And Hamilton here, it's 42 this time, so at 15:42. And this time with a 68, it is Alex McKinnon. McKinnon, big night for him. And with the 0-4, McKinnon from Birch. I think that's Birch's 4th assist of the season, which actually in this makes him a credible setup man. So it's McKinnon from Birch here at whatever time I said, 15:42, I think. So yeah, 6-1 Hamilton. And just double checking here, I should have 10. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yep, so a couple of cards, a couple of sequences here to go in the period. So, okay, 53, that's going to be another half chance here. So the chance has been slowing this one down too. That one's going to go to the Ottawa Senators. And following up in the half chance with a 3. So they shanked it there. Poor stick handling. That is shank, in other words, here, and the chance is gone. Okay, so final sequence, final roll at the period. The Tigers have taken a penalty here. Late, they took exception to something the Senators did there, that half chance, 58. Oh, yeah, I'm going to use that. So I'm going to say at 19:18. And with the 48, that is for 48, that's going to be Alex McKinnon, the very prominent present in this one here. Alex McKinnon will be in the box here for a couple. He figures if he can't be on the board, he wants to be in the box. And so we'll do a little live shuffling here after period 2. We had that injury to the Senators early, and really this game, again, has just been all Hamilton. 6-1 through 2. It's pretty relatively rare that we get a verdict like this in a game like this. Normally it's not this. And I mean the records, if anything, you know, if they're any indication here, The fact that you have the two teams that are fighting for first place, these are hardly fantastic records, 14-9-2 and 15-10-0. It's not like anybody is really dominating the league and running away with it. In real life, in the 1924-25 NHL season, the top four teams, actually, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, and Hamilton, were all neck and neck. Hamilton ended up finishing first place. I want to say Ottawa finished third. It could have been fourth, actually. Yeah, I'd have to double check on that. It was either third or fourth. I'm embarrassed that I don't know that at the moment, but it is an early year. So, and my replay of this season, it's really been a two-horse race between Hamilton and Ottawa. That's why I'm showing this game here, doing this here. And then the other three are sort of all neck and neck, actually fighting for the third and final playoff spot, because the top three will play off here. The top team gets a bye. The fourth place team does not make the playoffs. I think actually, so Ottawa, therefore, I think they finished fourth. I think it was Montreal and Toronto that played in the bye, and then Hamilton, they decided that they just weren't going to play in the playoffs. Their players went on strike. Shorty Green appealed to... Oh, I'm forgetting the name, actually. I think Shorty Green was kind of the I don't know if he was the catalyst. I think he was the one that sort of took the brunt of the blame or whatever, bore the brunt of it for the Tigers not playing in the postseason. Just again, from what little I've been able to read and gather and glean. So here in period 3, again, it's a 6-1 game for the Hamilton Tigers. And let's go. So 14 here. We're not going to get anything here in the initial 100 seconds. And with the 33, we're going to get another Tigers. Oh, that's right. Senators actually blew a power play there in the first sequence because the Tigers had one there. McKinnon did at the tail end. But we're going to get another penalty here for Hamilton. Watch it be Alex McKinnon. That is a straight 10. So here at a minute 50. And with the 69, I think that is McKinnon. No, for a penalty, that is Ken Randall. So it's going to be Ken Randall here at a minute 50. And all of the power play and the color there doesn't matter. So... 54, maybe that's a chance +1 for the Senators. No, it's going to be a shorthanded chance for the Tigers. And 11 on a shorthanded chance. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But again, I got a -1, so it's good enough for a rebound anyway. Let's see what happens. 10 on a rebound, I'm pretty sure, is a goal. It's one of those things you go from 100% confidence down to 99 or lower when you're on camera. It does say there, somehow shorthanded, they managed a slap shot from the slot. So goal, I ignore the assist +1 because it's 1924, but Hamilton here with a shorthanded goal. And the exact time of that goal, 50, so that is 4:10. Hamilton scoring the shorthanded goal, 87. Charlie Langlaw just missing the hat trick. Ken Randall was in the box. You know what? Let's game this. Let's add a little narrative to it. We're going to say Charlie Langlaw there with the hat trick. And again, I don't sweat details like that too much. I suppose I could you know what? Actually, I should re-roll. Who am I kidding? So 24, actually, we're going to give that to Red Green. So Green has 2. He's working on a hat trick of his own. I have to be careful here or I will lose count of the score. And the assist there, 78, just means unassisted as usual for the Hamilton Tigers. So 23 here, nothing happening in the next 100 seconds. And now that I feel like I'm working my way into a bit of a groove with this one. This game's nearly over. So with a 65 here, the Hamilton Tigers will have another chance. And rolling for that chance, let's see here. Normally I click and sort of flip the card at the same time when I'm using the die roller app. But the 7 here with the chance, that is going to be actually good for another goal. So here with another goal, this is goal number 8. This is an 8-1 hockey game here for Hamilton. Absolute humiliation, obliteration. And 5. So here at 6:45 in period 3, we get the 46. That's going to be Shorty Green. And Shorty Green with the 20. Just narrowly missing out on some assists. So I'll just say Shorty Green unassisted. And we roll forward here with the 22. So whoops, adding injury to insult once more. So that one there, somebody in Ottawa got smoked so hard it even rattled the in-arena camera that they would have had, obviously, in 24-25. And yes, I'm going to roll here to see. Oh, it's going to be another key player, actually, for the Ottawa Senators. Hamilton gets another match card, and I'm running out of red match cards to hand to Hamilton. I'm not kidding. There they are. Okay, so Hamilton gets another red here for the remainder. I mean, this game is such a foregone conclusion at this point, such a done deal, but we will play it out regardless, and Let's see. So I think that's going to be good enough. It's going to make little difference, if any, at this point. So we're here. We're halfway through period 3. I could actually roll for the time of the injury. I think normally I do. So 80. Now a lot of zeros are coming up. What's going on with this one? 9, 5. Okay, it's me. 1, 9, 4, 7. Okay. Anyway, so just about halfway through at whatever time that was. Let's see, at 9:27 or something like that. And we're going to get a 33 here, so it's going to be a Tigers penalty. And we'll do a little mid-period check here. Yeah, okay. So anyway, it's going to be a Tigers penalty, and the time of the penalty, we're looking at a 44 here, so a 10:44. And with that 57 for the Tigers, that's going to be Alex McKinnon, because why not? And why am I rolling that for a third time when I don't have to? It is going to be here, the Senators with the 43. So we're up to 13:20, and again, they've blown a power play opportunity. It wouldn't have been one for them anyway. Where are their cards? Here up to the 15-minute mark. There's one finally. And 22, oh my goodness, 3 away injuries. That's an injury to a star player. So Ottawa is just getting crushed in more ways than one in this game. Now they've suffered the injury of a star player. I guess here on camera as well, I will roll out the severity of that and the second injury. So let's see here, representing what Hamilton did to that star player. Oh, okay. So I'm going to say to the key player there, it's a severity of 2. He's going to be back next game. And to the star player, a severity of 6, which quite honestly is not bad either. I've rolled them out there in chronological order. I normally do with injuries. But still, that is also as if they needed a 2 match cards actually handed here to the Hamilton Tigers. So, and this admittedly entirely unwatchable 8-1 blowout here for Hamilton at this point. Even a diehard Tigers fan is probably saying this has become uninteresting. It's what can you do, right? That's how the dice drop sometimes. That's how the cards flip out. So let's see here. I should not be getting messages at this hour. Anyway, okay, so it's going to be a penalty to the Senators. They took another injury to one of their stars, and they've taken exception to whatever happened there. So anyway, formalities here, time 43, so 15:43, a goal was scored there in the period prior. 37, so again, it's Buck Boucher. Some Buck Boucher vengeance here, and it's going to be just a null 100 seconds, and that's how we're going to finish the game, actually. So there you have it. It was 3-1 here, or say 3. I'm trying to count here and read the score off at the same time. This was a 3-1 game at one point until 5 more goals were scored for the Hamilton Tigers, and the end result here you have is 8-1. I think actually, come to think of it, that would even be incorrect. I think, as I recall, the Tigers got up by 4 there before the Senators finally put one on the board. So Jake Forbes does not pick up the shutout, but Ottawa, they've suffered injuries to a pair of key players and a star player. The key player's injury severity 7 and 2. The star player 6. Basically what it is pregame you roll a 2d6. If it's equal to or greater than, so of course for that 2, he's automatically back the next game. But I'll need a 7 to get the other key back in the lineup and a 6 to get the other star back in the lineup. You do one pregame roll. I really like it because, you know, if somebody gets a severity of 12, you might be like, well, oh, he's gone for the season. And then you get lucky and roll out double 6s before a game, and he comes back sooner than expected. Conversely, somebody could have a 6 or 7 or 8 or something like that, and you might think, oh, that's going to be a short-term injury. And then for whatever reason, you happen to, in that one roll before the game, get a lot of 3s and 5s and rolls like that. So 8-1 here is your final score. Dominant game for the Tigers. Good night for Alex McKinnon. Pretty good one for, the usual suspects there. Billy Birch, the Green brothers, and Charlie Langlois as well. How could I forget that he had a pair of goals there early on? I kind of denied him a hat trick. I came to my senses and realized that what most tabletop replayers would probably do is re-roll. Not going to lie, to save a little time if it's close enough in that instant. I might just, tip it for Langlois there. But anyway, so 8-1's your final score. And thank you for checking this out, and bye for now.